Let's run it, son.
All right.
Lunch Money Lambert, Jeff Malott. Welcome to the Kayak Bass Nation. Yeah. Welcome to the Kayak Bass Nation. Kayak Bass Nation. Hey. Welcome to the Kayak Bass Nation. Welcome to the Kayak Bass Nation. Welcome to the Kayak Bass Nation, where we talk about fishing and competition. It's your boy Ox Pippin, aka Ox Fishing. Don't come over here tripping. Hey, hope you enjoy the show. Jeff Malott, Lunch Money Lambert, Lego. Hey, welcome to the Kayak Bass Nation. Kayak Bass Nation. Welcome to the Kayak Bass Nation. Kayak Bass Nation. Hey, welcome to the Kayak Bass Nation. Welcome to the Kayak Bass Nation. Welcome to the Kayak Bass Nation.
What's up, everybody? Yeah, welcome to KBN Live. Ryan is live from Disney World or somewhere down there in Orlando. What's up, Ryan? How you feeling?
Buddy, I tell you what, it's wild down here.
You look refreshed.
Man, we had some big old girl in a some sort of G-string one-piece shooting photos by the pool yesterday. So that was a welcome to Disney World. It was disgusting.
Like light ring and phone and everything going on, or somebody?
There was all kinds of rings, player. It was it looked like Lord of the Rings out there. Beat her with a bag of nickels. But anyway, we're out here.
All right, I'm choking on my coffee. All right, everybody.
Sorry about that, brother.
So y'all saw the announcement. It's Hobie Worlds tonight. We're talking to part of Team USA tonight, including you, Ryan.
Unannounced Team USA, but some mystery characters from Team USA.
Mystery characters from Team USA tonight, leading up to Hobie Worlds. And I hope everybody saw the graphic that got put up regarding the huge giveaway that we're doing. Ryan, you kind of worked this out with Steve. We worked it out with Eco Fishing. Tell us what you know about the big giveaway, and I'll get into how we're going to do it.
It's a little bit of magic. So Steve Fields reached out. Obviously, Hobie Fishing Worlds it's huge. It's a massive show. If no one's ever followed along or paid attention, they really roll out the red carpet for the anglers, and it is second to none as far as the event that they put on. So Steve wanted to hype that up, bring some more attention to it. It's back in North America this year. So he reached out and offered to give away a Hobie Lynx through our partner Eco Fishing Shop. So listen, participate, and enter to win a Hobie Lynx. We're going to give it away at the end of the month.
There you go. So the way we're going to do this is, first of all, thank you to Hobie Fishing and to Eco Fishing for partnering up to do this. We love giving stuff away every week, but man, this is one of the biggest things we've ever, or maybe the biggest thing we've ever given away.
It's big.
So it's big.
It's big.
And so we're going to help y'all out.
Huge.
Yeah, we're not going to do one drawing for one winner tonight. There'll only be one winner, but what we're going to do tonight, next week, and then the third week, we're going to draw 3 names each night, and then that final night, 9 names will be on the wheel, and we'll spin it. I want to add 2 names, Ryan, because this is technically Hobie 10 and 11, right? Together?
Yeah.
Hobie Worlds 10 and 11. 2 names from the audio podcast. So we'll have 11 names in the pot. Spin it on that Monday night. Will be July 1st or July 2nd, whatever that Monday is that lines up with the end of Hobie Worlds, and then we'll pick it from there. So I will get the details to the audio podcast listeners about how we're going to do that. You're going to have to leave a comment over on Apple Podcast. Make sure you're following us there or on Spotify to get in on that. And then I'll go back and pull the most recent comments, draw from those names next week, add those to the pot as well. So we'll have 11 names at the end of all this.
Because I can't keep up with one name a week. So if
you I got a spreadsheet going over here. It's very technical.
Perfect. I love
very technical, man. So 3 names each week, and then all 11 will spin that final night to win the Lynx. So how about that? That's fun.
I love it. So what you missed out on so far, Dusty Yakker eating some watermelon, and Kristine running up a hill to a shed somewhere. So we'll find out the details on both those things momentarily.
Yeah. So to get in on this, first of all, we got to do the same old we do with every giveaway. You got to share this on Facebook or like and comment on Twitch, X, and YouTube. Repost on X if you can. So do all those things. That'll get you in the drawing later. I'll give you the hashtag later. You're gonna have to be watching to get pulled, but that's gonna be fun later.
Love it.
You won't get slow rolled once. We'll have three tonight. We'll
like
spin it 3 times tonight.
Let's run it. Thanks to our partners, Gill Fishing, Revo Sunglasses, Seaguar, and Z-Man. They're always our giveaway partners, but we're going to do something extra special for the next few weeks, so y'all pay attention.
That's right. So we'll talk about the sponsors real quick, and then we'll get everybody in here. They're anxiously waiting. Team USA, we don't want to keep them waiting. No. VIPs out there.
That's America.
Yeah, we already talked about Eco. They're partnering with Hobie for this giveaway. We appreciate Eco Fishing. If you don't win, just hit up that ecofishingshop.com and find you a different kayak or a different SUP and get that for yourself. Treat yourself this summer over there at Eco Fishing Shop. Western Son Vodka. I'm sure there's been some of that on the pool deck down there, Ryan.
Too much, brother.
Too much. Yeah, too much of that. And then Pro God Lithium, we appreciate them, man. The official battery of KBN Nation. Best batteries in the game. Make sure you hit over to batteryoutfitters.com, look up Pro Guide, and get you a Pro Guide battery, man. Chris, you got your Revos, it looks like. Appreciate that in the comments there. So help us out. Share this around tonight. We're going to do the giveaway. We're talking to Team USA. But let's get into this. Let's get these folks in.
Pull them in.
Oh, man. Here we go. We got to get my screen moved around. Let me learn, Ryan.
Okay, man. No pressure.
Yeah. What's up, y'all?
Good evening.
Guys.
What's up? Yeah.
Hello. What's happening?
Dusty, how's your watermelon?
Oh, it's good and it's fresh and it just came out of the fridge, man.
It looks succulent.
so tasty.
Kristine, where are you jogging? Where are you jogging at in the woods?
I was just jogging to get a lighter to light my citronella candle because the mosquitoes are pretty heinous this evening.
Where are you in the world?
I'm home.
Home? False.
Yeah.
That's not true.
For today and tomorrow, and then I'm gone again. But I am home right now.
Short-lived.
Yeah, I know. But I'm loving every second.
Marshall, does the air feel any different in Tennessee right now?
It's warm. I'm in my building, got a fan on me. It's hot. I got this long sleeve shirt on.
It's cold here in Chicago. It's unseasonably cold.
I broke out the jersey. It's hot.
It's
really?
Hot. It's a heat wave down south, man. It's like 90. What is it? 90, 95 at home. Tennessee folks.
It was hot today.
No complaints. It feels good. It's cooling down the house.
So I don't know when they're going to drop the entire roster, but as you can see, Tuesday. All right. So we got Tuesday dropping the entire roster. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag on that, but as you can see, what we have here, we've got Ryan Lambert, Jordan Marshall, Dusty, Yakker. That's what I'm going to call him, even though I know his real name's Dustin M something. And then Kristine, future member of 2024 Worlds. I like that, Kristine.
Ooh.
Champions. We got to start talking smack already.
So there's 0% chance. There's 0% chance we're losing this. I'll go ahead and tell you. They've turned us loose on a smallmouth fishery. It's about to get nasty up there.
Hashtag beat Canada.
I feel like that's our competition, and I've already started talking crap at KU guys, so we have to carry this forward.
All right, then. I'll bring my spinny poles.
Perfect.
Yeah. What are those?
Yeah, I'm going to bring you one, too. Don't worry. I got a spare.
Do those fish hit glide baits?
They probably do. You'll probably catch more muskie than smallmouth, but go ahead and throw that thing, boy.
I don't like fish with teeth.
Same.
Yeah. So being on the home turf, I know last year it was fun to watch you guys overseas trying to figure out what was going on over there. Kristine, you made a run at it over there. What's it mean to have a little bit of quote home turf advantage for this time around? Ryan.
It's a long way from Tennessee, so
it's America. It's home turf.
I feel like it's great because the fish are brown and they're big and real thick, and I like that. Next.
Yeah. I don't have nearly as much experience as some other people do. Most of the people below me have spent a lot more time up there. Dusty's a hammer. Kristine, I think, won a tournament up there. And but I spent a week up there and enjoyed it. Spent most of the time on the American side because I wasn't smart enough to bring anything to go to the Canadian side. And I pedaled across to the Canadian side semi-illegally. So it'd be nice to do this one correctly.
Yeah. I've never been to the Canadian side. I've never fished the Canadian side of Lake St. Clair, but I mean, I hear it's a lot more rocky, I suppose. But I mean, it's smallmouth, so hopefully we can find them. I'm sure we will. I'm looking forward to it. I guess the season opens for them next week. Is that right?
Yeah, the 15th.
The bass season. Yeah.
Yeah, 15th.
All right. Well, I mean, at least they won't have seen, a month's worth of junk at that point.
I'll win the foot race out of the gate, and then y'all can just meet me on the spot. We'll hang out from there.
Do you think they would allow that in the South, a bass season?
No.
They revolt.
Even if there was one, nobody would follow it, I feel like.
Yeah, up here until recently, I'd say, I don't know what it was, maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, something like that. You couldn't fish for bass until like maybe the second weekend in May. And if they caught you, you can only target like panfish. If they caught you, they would fine you, take your shit, and they really would confiscate your stuff. They were super strict, like in Wisconsin and Michigan, but they changed it now. Now as long as you release them before a certain date, you can target them. So it's cool like that, because some of the best fishing in my area is in April. So
yeah, Kristine, you spent a little time up there. What do you think of what's about to go down?
I'm really excited. So it turns out that the launch that we're actually using for Worlds, I fished, I think 3 or 4 tournaments, and I launched out of that exact same park for those tournaments, and I've done well on all of them. And the really cool thing about that area is that you can go straight out from the ramp, you can go right and or left, and put up, mid upper 90s about anywhere out of that ramp on that Canadian side. That whole area is one of my absolute favorite areas. Rich and Julie Offner have a house very close to there on the water, so I've spent a lot of time fishing out in front of their house. That whole area is so rich with big smallmouth and muskies, a lot of muskies too. So I feel really good about this. I think we're gonna have a great time, and I think that the rest of the countries are gonna have a really good time because everybody's gonna catch fish.
Which way are we going out of the ramp?
I need Dot.
I don't know if we got any intruders listening in on this. You guys got any those Europeans listening? I want to tell them.
I think they're asleep over there right now, probably.
It was a bug fly out my face.
Yeah, and for those that don't know, that Hobie Worlds is Steve Field's fever dream of a shotgun start. So that's why they're talking like that.
I'll tell you,
we were told gates would be narrower this year.
All you want to until you've seen one of these shotgun starts. You have no idea how much fun it is.
So it's everybody lined up at that launch, huh? Everybody.
It is hilarious.
He plays Thunderstruck by AC/DC. Is like a
yes.
I can't
on the
wait.
loudspeakers.
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to that.
So, Dusty, have you been to Worlds before?
I have not.
Sound like you have. Okay.
No,
so
I have not. So this will be my first experience. I mean, I've briefed myself a little bit. I read some of the information a little bit. I could probably read a little bit more, but I mean, there are some questions I do have, but to answer that one,
I'm going to actually answer your questions right now.
I'm sure you
read
will,
the
man.
rules. It's read the rules. That's the exact answer you're going to get is read the rules. I'm not even kidding.
Over again.
Yeah, I did once, but it's good to read. It's good to really know those. So I definitely
one of the Swedish guys asked Steve Fields a question, and he responded with "read the rules" about 9 times.
Yeah,
that was funny.
No questions.
Well, I mean, my objective is just to catch smallmouth. So I mean, hopefully, there's no sliding in and out of the rules with that one, man.
That.
Yeah, totally, man.
I did see a lot of chatter about buying your fishing license, which is something I'm firmly against. But apparently, we have to do this in Canada. So,
is this true, Ryan? Jason Cassidy says the only reason you're on the team is for the shotgun start.
That's pretty much it. I'm the designated shotgun starter and shotgunner. Period.
The enforcer.
Kristine handles the shoeies. I'll take the shotguns.
Yeah. We got Kayvon with the read the rules hashtag. It's getting wild in the comments. I like it. So I wanted to follow that up, Dusty. What's it mean to be on to be on this team? To make the World's team is difficult. I still say the BOS and the TOC is the most difficult championship to qualify for. I mean, it's quite an honor. So what's it mean to be placed on this team?
It definitely means a lot. I had to recently fill out your greatest kayak accomplishment, and really, I think qualifying for this sort of world stage is probably it. So it came with a little heartache, as you know, in the Worlds, but I'm definitely honored for sure. Before I'd qualified, like in the previous years, like when I first learned about it, the destination seems super exotic, but figure this one, it's of course it's 4 or 5 hours from my backyard. So it's interesting that way. I mean, my heart certainly was like, peacock bass in some obscure estuary in Brazil or some shit like that. But yeah, but I get smallmouth like, close to Detroit. But I mean, it works out. It works out because I love smallmouth, and they seriously are a species of fish that really like kind of transcend, like, just kind of like a target species. Really, they're like a little niche in my life. So for that, it's great. And on the bright side, travel expenses and things of that nature are very realistic. So all in all, I'm geeked. So
at least
cool
you didn't spend $5,000 to go catch perch. So,
I'll tell you that. Well, it's funny. On a side note, early in the season, I mean, I even talked a little bit about it in the social media. I couldn't get at it, especially in the Texas tournaments for the HBOS. I had some crazy plumbing issues and just some normal life stuff with the house. But I got this pennies from heaven stuff from the village. I got this notice like 3 days ago, the very thing we were getting quotes on for like 9, 10, 11 G's. Like they had to rip up the concrete, replace all the pipes and stuff. The village, for probably litigation reasons, is redoing the whole block and like the whole property. So that's all being done for free this summer. So it's like a total bonus side story. So I don't know. It's all working out that way, man. Amen.
Yeah. Folks that are just jumping on here, I'm seeing some of the comments. We announced we're giving away a Lynx in partnership with Hobie Fishing and Eco Fishing Shop. We're picking 3 entries into the Lynx giveaway tonight. We'll do it the next 3 weeks. So if you're watching, make sure you keep watching to the end so we can get you in on that Lynx giveaway. That's a big deal. Share, comment, do all the things.
That's a heck of a giveaway. That's a heck of a giveaway.
Oh man, yeah.
Jeez,
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's a platform I'd really like.
Yeah, awesome stuff. So with that said, going on to Kristine, going back to Worlds again. What does that mean to be back on the team and going back? I know you had a great time, not just fishing, but interacting with the community over there in Sweden last year, interacting with some of the kids. What's it mean to be back on the team and going up to Canada?
I don't know if words will ever do it justice. My whole goal when I first got into competitive kayak fishing, like 8 years ago or whatever, 8, 9 years ago, when I heard about this Hobie Worlds thing, was to qualify for it. And I thought that was kind of a pipe dream at the time. But I've qualified 3 times, and being part of that team, being able to represent USA, what we were able to do there with the community and having those kids come out. Like I love kids. I love kids so much. And every time I get a chance to, especially like take kids fishing, that literally like brought me to tears, just sitting there with that little girl and watching her cast and seeing how excited she got. She didn't speak any English, obviously, so there's a little bit of a language barrier, but we were able to speak the universal language of fishing, and just seeing her joy of doing that was so cool. I loved all the food. I'm a huge foodie, so I was one of the ones that was eating everything. And the other part that was just really, really cool, and all these guys can probably, Marshall and Lambert can agree, just hanging out with people from all over the world, that was so much fun. And I made a lot of really good friendships over there, and I'm so excited to see a lot of those guys again this year. I can't even put it into words. It's something that I want to strive to qualify for again, if I can, and again, because I look forward to it every year, probably more than anything, honestly.
Marshall, what kind of garbage trucks do they have in Canada?
Y'all roasted me because we walked out of the tackle shop and I saw the Swedish equivalent of the truck that I run here. I just had to take a picture for my boys. It worked. That's it. That's
Marshall,
it. And if
we
it
rode
happens
together.
again, I'm taking another picture.
We rode together from the airport, and Marshall is just steady snapping pics of every garbage truck that we go by. And to me, that was my favorite part of Worlds in Sweden.
Yeah.
It was the pure joy on Marshall's face, seeing all these different kinds of trucks.
I'm like a little kid, man. I like big trucks.
Yeah. Hey, I've got this picture. I've got this picture, Ryan. Marshall, can you remember what was going on in this conversation? Because this dude here seemed locked in. What's going on there?
There's no telling.
Hey, Marshall had that game rolling over there, baby. There ain't no telling what he was
Did a lot of the other anglers speak English?
Yeah, most of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
If they got Google Translate, they do.
Yeah, I bet that worked well too.
I would say my favorite part of Worlds, me personally, continuing on the conversation, I think one of the parts that that I remember still the most is when we first got to the boat yard and we saw our boats with our names and our country's flag on it.
That's
That
probably when it hit home. Yeah.
That hit me in a way that I was not ready for, and I can kind of remember that moment of walking up there, taking pictures. Everybody kind of walked out there at the same time. That was a really, really special moment. And also, you know, fishing with the kids. Me and Kristine had siblings that we were taking fishing, and dad actually added me on Facebook and still sometimes comments on some of the stuff I do.
Very
so
cool.
that's really cool. That was one of the coolest things. Some of the kids drew us pictures, just kind of coloring whatever. But the boat with our name on it and the country's flag and taking the kids fishing, that's the two things that were most memorable for me.
Can we expect this again, Ryan?
Hell yeah, you can.
I'd be disappointed if you don't take that one.
It's gonna be warm in Canada. I ain't gonna have long pants on. I'll go ahead and tell you.
We have to recreate that, all of us.
Yeah. See, line the whole crew up.
I love it.
I'm still wearing the long breeches.
Of course you are.
Promise.
So does anybody know if we have any cool dining options there? So we get enjoy some
Timmy
dinners.
Hortons.
What do they eat in Canada? What's a traditional Canadian dish?
Syrup.
Tofu.
Everything's syrup up there.
Maple syrup. Yep.
Maple
Tofu
syrup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We've got a few questions
Get a good
I've
steak
saved here. Do we know, will there be ongoing live coverage of Worlds? I don't know if they're going to try to pull it off. I know there's a show afterwards. They produce a Hobie fishing show. But
Brother, I'll tell you, we will all be live coverage of Worlds. So if you don't follow our social media, I suggest you do before we get to Canada because it will be hilarious.
Now, Dusty, you go live from the water a lot. We want to do that up there?
I mean, I would love to. I mean, I don't know if it's against the rules, but yeah, I would prefer to. I actually, ironically, enjoy that during the tournament for whatever reason.
So I think you can go. I think you can go live like Instagram or whatever, but you can't use your phone to communicate with anybody.
Okay.
On the water. That was the
No
rule for,
communication, no
last
Google
time.
Maps, I think, is an added rule this year. You can't look at overviews of maps of where you're at or anything like that either.
What? Wait, what?
You can't look at Google or Apple
where
Maps.
You are. We launch blindfolded. It's a Canadian rule.
Yeah.
I bet. These guys are weird.
That's a Justin Trudeau Canadian thing. Not really a fishing tournament.
I bet.
Let's see here. A question on the food subject. Question from YouTube. Bob Baylor. Will any of you guys be trying horse meat while in Canada? Is that a delicacy up there?
Horse meat.
Is that in a recreational sense, or
only if Rich or
sense?
Julie cooks it for us? We're gonna have a powwow at Rich and Julie's house. Gonna eat horse meat.
Let's take some good old-fashioned beef, some good steak.
Yeah. All right. I don't know if that's a thing up there.
I'm sure.
I hope there's not any horse meat on the menu. To be honest with you,
I heard it's ribeyes on Tim and Rich. So if y'all are watching,
We don't need that kind of smoke tonight, Ryan. Let's get that comment off the screen.
Jeff, I didn't mean to bring that up. My
Go
bad
Vols.
there.
Go Vols.
Go Vols, yes.
Damn it. What else we got here? Kevin Hawkins has a 21-year-old daughter, loves the outdoors. You are a true inspiration for her, Kristine.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Yeah.
Expediter on YouTube is asking, who does the American team consist of? Do we know them all? We were sent the roster, but we are not going to undermine Steve's release tomorrow.
It's a secret, pal.
We're giving you 4 of them right here on the screen.
One more.
4 of them on the screen. So there you go.
But it's stacked. I will tell you.
Yeah.
The team is stacked. We're going to be good.
Matt Collins on YouTube. Is this the tournament where everyone is on the same kayak, same brand kayak? They're not all in the same kayak.
That would suck.
Team USA is all in the same kayak. We have one PA-12, and we're all riding together. I'm driving. Clearly.
What does that mean? That April Fool's joke that came out a few years ago with that big Hobie Islander with like 14 seats on it? Maybe that's the deal for this deal.
Party barge.
Yeah.
We're all fishing the same rock pile, whichever direction Kristine says to go, so it don't matter.
We can spread out on that one, you guys. We can just camp on every single one of those rock piles out there. There's about 100 of them. So
Bring extra baits too, please.
I got an order coming. Don't worry, pal. We're in good shape.
Tim Percy confirms there is no horse meat. I don't know if he means like they ate it all or they don't serve it up there.
Dang.
Can we get moose burgers again? Are we far enough north to get moose burgers in that
The
part of
moose was
Kansas?
delicious. Those steaks were
Yeah, moose sound good.
That was one of
I'll
the best
eat
things
that.
I ate over there.
For sure.
Can we bring bourbon across the international border, Tim? I don't want to. I've already taken all the bullets and guns out of my truck.
I don't
What
think
it
we
cost,
need to.
you know,
Rich
bringing
will
some bourbon.
have enough of that, I think.
He'll
For
drink most of it. I'm afraid.
Does he still do whiskey with Rich?
he hasn't. I don't think he's done that in a while, but that he needs to bring it back for sure.
I think we'll probably start it here in about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
All right. If you have any questions for the group, please drop it in there. Chris from YouTube asked, how does a person qualify for Worlds? I don't know if these guys have that info for you, but Steve Fields is in the comments. You can put it in there. Fish the BOS, number one, if you're a freshwater angler. Fish the BOS and you can get a spot. There's a saltwater qualification as well, but I don't want to lie about that. Ryan, you know anything about how to go through the salt side?
No, I live in Tennessee,
Hey, man. I just thought maybe you were in the know.
brother. Only salt I got's in my tournament fishes this year.
Yeah,
so-
I know Pamela. I don't want to. I know there's some salt folks that have been on the team before that can
Probably
probably.
a qualification process. I mean,
Yeah, Brandon Barton's been on the team before via the salt side, I think. Some other folks, so you can probably reach out and figure that out. Or Steve can put it in the comments.
Benton Parrott too. I think they've got a tournament that you can qualify. It's either the Angler of the Year. There's like one big championship tournament that the winner qualifies for, if I'm not mistaken. But
It's a hilarious comment, but I'm not putting it
Okay,
up.
Vaughn, I got it. I got you, pal. It's okay.
So, has the format already been laid out for this? Is it all smallmouth? Because I know every Worlds I've ever followed has been multi-species. It's been combo. Is this going to be straight smallmouth?
Straight
I think
smallmouth,
it's
as far as I
Straight
know.
smallmouth,
Yeah.
yeah.
yep, straight smallmouth.
I was never happier to see no muskie on there. 'Cause
Oh.
I did not want to handle toothy fish like Sweden all over again. I didn't enjoy that particular portion of that event.
If the identifier is not Smalley's rule, I'm gonna be so upset.
They gave you all the same net for that, right? To handle the pike. They gave you like
Yeah.
all the same standard net or whatnot.
Yeah,
Yep.
it doesn't matter. I needed
No.
like 7 gloves and some boots and all kinds of stuff. Them things are nasty.
I get them on the treble hooks all the time. Yeah, they're a pain in the butt for sure, or they can be.
So 6 continents, 15 countries, 52 anglers. That's what the Hobie site says. I'll throw it on the screen here in a minute. But who are you looking forward to running into the most? I know you got a rival. We got a little rivalry here, U.S. versus Canada, because of the smallmouth. But it seemed like there was some stuff brewing with us, Australia last year, some of the other countries. Who are you looking forward to running into the most?
Is Jackie coming back?
Jackie's not coming back, and it breaks my heart, man. It really does. I'm gonna miss Jackie boy. So
Yeah, y'all know these anglers. You met them before. I don't. I'm not even quite certain.
Do you not have like a hidden beef with another country that you'd like to take out on the
Countries
water?
are-
that was pretty much it. Jackie Boy's
Yeah.
the one that instigated the whole deal with Marshall and Kristine last year, and I happened to roll in late on that that whole deal and decided that was my target for the rest of my time in Sweden.
He was targeted properly. I think the Chinese team is coming this year. That'll be interesting. I don't know. The Chinese team wasn't in Sweden, so that's something new.
What's our boy from Singapore?
Merv.
Merv.
Yes.
Merv.
Merv's
I
coming
hope
back,
Merv.
isn't he?
Let's go. I
He's
hope so.
I think Merv's on the list, man. I really enjoyed. Merv is a social media legend. He films and live streams everything, and he is one of the nicest people you'll ever meet in your life. Like,
And fishes
every
all over
day
the
is
world.
happiest
Yeah.
day ever. Like I really appreciate the energy he brings.
And I know
You know-
Finn's coming back, and Stian, the winner from last year, he's also going to be there. Those guys were great. Finn and Dennis both helped us out a
Oh,
lot.
boom
last year.
boom. Is
Brought a
boom
lot
boom
of-
coming?
He's not. He didn't qualify, but Finn is.
Siddiqui is threatening to burn the best spots on those guys too. So hopefully Siddiqui is not a traitor. We will find out soon.
Yeah. Throwing up the Hobie Worlds website here just so you guys can see some of the video, some of the highlights of what's going on there. In the last few years, it seems like there's been a few other Team USAs and championships pop up, but Hobie Worlds has been around for a long time, and it's been doing its thing for quite a while. I'm just curious why. I wonder why it hasn't been kind of brought into the fold as that thing, as the World Championship to try to qualify for whatever Olympic dreams that folks have. I wonder if that's conversations ever happened.
I don't know if there's a separation between organizations or what, but that seems like it would be the easiest plug and play, just because it is an established qualifying deal and it's already worldwide. And you guys feel free to, guys and girls, feel free to weigh in on that.
For me, it probably still is the reference when you think global and when you think world and you think our space and kayak fishing. Potentially there might have been, like a little bit of halt or screech or, a momentum loss with COVID and like those kind of delays and things of that nature. But like I said, for me, like global prestige, I still associate that with the whole Hobie Worlds brand, and that logo, and definitely anxious to check it out on, in that respect. But yeah, I know Kristine and Jordan. You can speak for the USA kayak fishing team. Is it the Pan American team and stuff of that nature?
Yeah, which they're all cool in their own right. I just mean it seems like a Team USA or national team. It would be cool if they would consolidate at some point.
I agree. I mean, I fished on both of them now. I did the Mexican Pan Am and then the one at Center Hill, and it was a lot of fun. But I think in terms of like organization and just maybe experience, it seems like Hobie Worlds is a little bit more streamlined, had a little more coverage. Things flowed really well. I think that, maybe, it'd be great if they could kind of consolidate or get something figured out to where we could just have, kind of one international USA team and have a good, qualification process. I think is really important too. But
I think that was the difference in how I looked at them. Is you had qualification process with Hobie Worlds and other things kind of didn't. Now they've taken steps to have a qualification process for the Pan American, I think was the one that was it, Lake Murray.
Yeah.
Kudos to them for having some sort of thing where you could qualify for it. But to me, that was the biggest difference for years is, you had to qualify for this.
Yeah, I think
the fact that it's established already, it's already been around. It already has a reputation.
Definitely.
We've had this feedback from this astounding event. I think it takes so much effort and success to kind of, I don't want to say overshadow, but compete with something like that. Like, I feel like if you are promoting a Worlds or a Team USA or whatever, I mean, you're up against a mountain, a giant. Like, Steve Fields does such an amazing job, and I don't think words can, explain the experience for the anglers. Like, it is top notch, and I think that's something tough to compete with. So, hats off to Hobie Worlds, because it is awesome, and I cannot wait to get there again.
If you guys are interested in who's won the World Championship in the past, you can go back right here on their website and look through the slideshow. Looks like we've had Team USA a couple of times and several other countries there, so pretty cool history right on their website. And Hobie does a great job in general with their BOS website, the World's website, Hobie Fishing website. They do a great job with their media over there. So tip of the cap, y'all. Let's see, a few more questions coming in. Yes, Expediter guy. I just showed the picture there. There's a couple Hobie Worlds winners that were American.
Steve Lassard has won it twice. I think he's the only American that's won it.
Yep.
Until this year.
Yeah. Mike on Facebook. Good question from Mike. Personal question, but I never realized you guys had to foot the bill for the event. Do your sponsors step up and help, even if they're competing against Hobie or Daiwa or the other event sponsors? That really, it's a conflict of interest. If there is support required to get to these events, do the sponsors kind of set that to the side and say, "Hey, it's Team USA, let's go"?
My sponsors charge me extra to go to Hobie.
That's because you're a liability to them.
Just in case I get imprisoned. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm blessed to have a little support. So I mean, there's a little money towards that for sure. But I mean, honestly, largely it's my own funds. So like I was referring to early, having it be a little closer is, a little silver lining in that way. So it helps.
Sure. This is not really a question, but a funny comment. Brad, funny how the USA goes berserk for Japanese baits, but no Japanese has ever won the world.
I don't know that there is a Japanese angler that's competed in Worlds, at least to my knowledge. Now they might have been a few years ago, but there wasn't in Sweden, and I don't know if there's one or multiple coming to St. Clair. I don't know.
Well, if you have like a JDM or like a Japanese specialist, like, fishing with us, that'd be daunting too. Get somebody that's super skilled or like, some awesome electronics. I mean, some of those guys out of Japan,
topwater baits.
Well, whatever, man. Some of those guys out of Japan just take it to a whole nother level that's just hard to even wrap your head around, man. It's like an art form,
If I get beat by somebody throwing fuzzy dice, I'm gonna be disappointed.
or like a turd, like a some sort of literally a piece of crap, floating bit.
Literally.
What's it called? What are those called again? What's those?
Is that a reference to Detroit?
Did you just say Did you just say heavy scat, Kristine?
That's really what it's called.
I think it's gonna go viral. I think
The heavy scat.
Heavy scat. That's what they call that.
Not be throwing a heavy scat. Promise.
Wow, breathing hard on that one.
So thank you all for joining tonight. Hashtag heavy scat. We're out.
Whatever. The things that get bit.
Yeah, man. Whatever it takes. This is the World Championships, for God's sakes. Whatever it takes. Calvin Johnson on YouTube. How much practice time will y'all get there?
Megatron's here?
I think we get 3 days.
I think it's 2 days. It's 2 days of practice.
Like, what's up, Megatron? sorry.
It's 2 days of practice and 3 days of event.
Right.
So, and the first day of practice, I don't even think we can No, is there a third day we can basically like pedal around, or is that still a thing?
The first day of practice, we can't even practice. So
no, there used to be one day where we just like went and pedaled around, right? Didn't that
I
used
think
to be
that
a
was
thing?
just us, brother. We were actually supposed to be practicing.
Is there a media day? There's a media day.
No wonder I struggled so bad. I missed half free vision.
Here we go, y'all. Let me get you fixed up
We
here.
fished 60 yards from the ramp because that's as far as we could get.
Speaking of that, I hope weather doesn't come into play. That lake gets crazy.
No, it's not going to, man. I already checked.
Hope not.
Yeah, I'm trying to read through the event info for you, Jordan, but you're gonna have to figure that out on your own. Sorry, buddy.
I just do whatever Steve Fields tells me to.
Read the rules.
I second that. I second.
I don't even ask questions. I just do whatever I interpret.
It was Lars. It was Lars that he was roasting for asking questions, wasn't it?
I hope Lars is in Canada.
This one's for Ryan and Kristine. Have y'all checked your passport expirations?
Funny you
I
say that.
think we're good. Yeah.
I just scoop
So
up
there's
new
like
ones.
7. I've Googled a lot of different things. There's like 7 different ways to get into Canada. 3 of them are legal. So we're good. We're going to get some.
3 of them are legal. Okay. Marshall, do you even own a Ned rig? Matt Collins says on.
Yes, I do own a Ned rig, and Ewing explained to me what a Nico rig is recently. So we're rocking and rolling. I've learned how to finesse fish.
Marshall's Ned rig looks like a football jig without the skirt to most people. I think about Ned rig fishing. He's throwing like a 3/4
half a big Senko. Yeah, half a big Senko.
Hold on.
I ordered me a BFS lose reel and rod so I can throw it on a bait caster. I ain't even kidding. I got a BFS bait caster to throw Ned rigs on. Y'all think I'm kidding? I don't use spinning rods.
No, man, we'll get you some 3/4 ounce dark sleepers. You'll be good.
Sleepy sleep. I got to get me some of them things.
There's some things called gobies that are on the way. So Team USA, rejoice. We'll be stocked up on the smalley baits.
There we go. So what do y'all think it's going to take up there to capture gold, if you will? Is it a 3 fish, 5 fish over a couple of days? What's the format there, and what's it going to take, you think, to get it?
Probably 5 for 3 days. That seems reasonable. As many fish are probably going to be caught there.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot. I think that, like, inches wise, I think you're going to have to, everyone's going to obviously have to have their 5. And then every single tournament, for the most part at St. Clair, that to win it, you have to have upper 90s. Like, that's kind of what separates you. and you got to have it for 3 days. I think, maybe 97, 98 for all 3 days, because I remember there's going to be a lot of people probably between like 92 and 94. I mean, it's pretty insane.
I would agree with that.
Can you please
upper 90s all 3 days?
Can you explain that in centimeters, please?
Oh, I forgot.
Are we doing
boy.
centimeters again? By the way, do we know?
That was terrible.
Gosh.
Top shelf says 300 centimeters. I'll take his word
Steve
for it.
Fields, can you chime in? Do we have to do centimeters again? Because I was all jacked. I caught like a 25 centimeter perch. I was like, hell yeah. And it was like 6 inches. Let's not do that again. Hype me way up.
All right, I got you all covered. Don't worry. 92 inches is 233 centimeters.
That's too much, brother.
So there we go. 248 centimeters to win each day. You're welcome. You're welcome. Somebody said sounds like a place for Jordan Westerman. Jordan's hot. Jordan's hot. He can do it.
Thank you, Bob. I know that. Jeez.
I think all the teams are going to get announced. The X-Batter's asking, do we know the Canadian team? I'm assuming Tim Percy's on there. I think I saw him announce that he's on there.
I think it's just Tim Percy and Rich Offner.
Okay.
That's it. They're going to sing the Canadian national anthem before we launch.
Really?
On a harmonica.
A duet.
I saw Sweden had look like Civil War reenactors on their deal last year. Will Canada have anything special like
They
that?
had a cannon and
Civil
all kinds of
War
stuff out there.
reenactment.
Yeah,
What
no,
happened?
dude, it was nuts. They
What-
had,
what-
It was like
opera
some
singer.
Viking cannons going off. Yeah, for
That
real.
was badass. I had a good time in Sweden. That was 10
Oh,
out of
yeah.
10.
Yeah, so I don't know what Canada has in store. What kind of history do they have up there? Anyone know? Dusty, you're kayak fishing's wordsmith, a professor, of kayak fishing. Let us know what they got going on up there.
I mean, in addition to my scholarly knowledge of the Canadian area.
What kind of tea do they have up there, Dusty?
Sure got thrown overboard somewhere around here.
Oh.
I mean, I really never been there. It's Windsor, is it not?
Yes.
No idea, brother.
It's Windsor. So I mean, yeah, I really never been there. I mean, I'm sure they got great restaurants. Find a good steakhouse. That's, I mean,
Kristine, you've probably spent more time in Canada than anyone else on this panel. Tell us your knowledge of Canada.
Well, I know that Rich Offner is a member of a really, really ritzy little yacht club there, and I'm sure he's going to take us all. And we'll be the youngest people there by far, but the elder ladies really like to get down on the dance floor around 8:30 at night.
I don't think that's the same yacht club I've heard about.
No, he's got a couple of memberships up there. I'm talking about the PG one, though.
Okay, alrighty. Yacht club it is.
Let's go to the other one.
Yeah, we are.
Dusty.
Brilliant.
Well, I mean, I'm bringing the wife, so I'm sure we're gonna visit a few places.
I did Google war history up there. They did have a civil war that lasted 1 year in 1837. So maybe there'll be some reenactors of that.
There's probably a lot of reenactors ready to jump in right now.
Yeah.
There's there's separatist movements in Canada all the time. Provincial separatist movements.
Maybe the truckers will show up. Yeah, the trucker convoy will show up. It should be fun to see what they could throw down up there. I love following all of the anglers that go from Team USA. Jordan, last year, what I enjoyed was the food adventures that you kept posting on your story and on your page. Is that going to happen again?
I've had a couple people from church ask me if I'm going to post everything I eat, and if it's strange enough, yes, might as well.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Find a good ramen bar. Find a good steakhouse, sushi house.
Hey, I had one of the best steaks I ever had in my life, still to this day, in Sweden. And they couldn't understand me, and I couldn't understand them. And the guy finally was like, "Big cow," and I was like, "Yeah, let's go with that." And I had a great dinner. Me, a guy from UAE, and a guy from New Zealand, and we couldn't be three more far apart people that were in Sweden, and we had an excellent steak dinner together. I missed that on my memories. That was a top three.
International, that's international language of food for sure, man.
Tim Percy talking trash. Last time Canadians fired cannons, y'all went running. We've been bailing you out ever since, boy.
What? Get out of here.
What is this?
Bruise a grape in a fruit fight. Come on.
The Coon King is standing strong on his horse recommendation. So, Jordan, please try to find some horse on the menu somewhere so we can validate Bob.
I promise I will post if I find horse. I promise. And as soon as I find milk in a bag, I'm taking a picture of that too.
Jacob, I don't know what poutine is, but I know what it sounds like, and we are not getting into none of that.
Is that fries and gravy?
Poutine is it's like a sausage. It's like a sausage.
Like I said, pass.
No, poutine. Man, do I have that right?
We gonna learn.
I might not, man.
You gonna learn.
It's like foie gras.
Right? He just knocked his watermelon to the side. He's
I'm Googling my snifter. And if I don't know it, F Google.
All right. Jacob says couple commenters are saying it's cheese curds, fries, and gravy. French fries and gravy.
I'm down. Let's try it.
That sounds American, not Canadian.
What the heck was I thinking? Is Garrett Wade watching? What'd you give me down in Alabama? What the hell was that? Was so good.
That was boudin.
Oh,
boudin.
Poutine,
boudin. You know.
Yeah, well, whatever. You can't win them all, man.
Tomato, brother.
Oh man, that was good.
Yeah, people keep trying to get us to break the Canadian roster too. We're not doing that. We're giving you these 4 Team USA representatives, the unofficial team captains since they came on the show, and nobody else knows who the rest of the team is yet. So these are the captains right here. We're screwed. Yeah.
But we're gonna have a great time.
Oh, I promise.
So
I learned a Canadian national anthem on piano because it's riveting. It's a really cool song. I mean, if you watch hockey, they sing it. Both anthems when they play a Canadian team. It gives you goosebumps. That song, it's really cool. So if we make it to a piano bar one night or whatever, it's on, dude. We're gonna do Canadian national anthem.
I'm just gonna follow Dusty around and video him the entire time.
We'll do it
and just see how it goes.
I like this question from Tim, Ryan.
It's amazing. What do they call Canadian bacon in Canada? Just bacon? Who knows? We'll find out.
Tim, we need another question to answer. Where are you at, Tim?
They call it
Tim, the Canadian mascot.
Francis Tran, can you hum the Canadian national anthem? Only if he has some poutine.
Yeah, we get a mouthful of poutine and sing it. That'll be a disgrace. It'll be like the Roseanne Barr incident, but it'll be like the Dusty Yakker incident. I'm dating myself.
Jacob Ruff says just watch a bunch of Letterkenny, you'll be all right. This is going way off the rails here. What about these smallmouth, Kristine?
Bring us back, Kristine.
I don't know if we can come back from where we just went.
I know. That was
well. I mean, to do that. I mean, smallmouth. Seriously, I bet you some of the members of the other teams in other countries. I bet you they don't even really know what they're in for. With smallmouth. I mean, perhaps Kristine and myself, we take a little for granted since we visit so many cool smallmouth fisheries. But for some of these people, it's probably going to be the absolute thrill of a lifetime with respect to the actual angling.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, a lot of those guys up there could take their perch setups.
Yeah,
their perch
I imagine.
Ginormous over there, and I actually had a few of them reach out and ask what size spinning reels, and they were right in line. Do
they drop shot for the perch?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, do they? Yeah.
Yep, drop shot. I mean, honestly,
They'll be right at home. They'll be right at home.
They'll be fine. Yeah, they're gonna be fine.
Yeah, 4-pound test, whatnot.
I think the difference is going to be when they hook into a 4 or 5 pound smallmouth. What happens after that? Versus a perch.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
They're going to have the experience of their lives catching smallmouth over here, and I think they will probably understand a lot more of the Americans' passion for bass fishing because of that. Because I don't think. I mean, you could take them to a largemouth fishery, whatever, but you put them on some giant, big, thick smallmouth, they are going to go nuts. The smallmouth and the anglers both. Like, these guys are not going to know what to do when that fish is flying 3 or 4 feet out of the water.
Yeah.
Although you guys saw some of those big perch, though, right? Like those giant, 55-centimeter perch. I never obviously hooked into one of those. I don't think any of us did. I just wonder what those would have fought like had we actually got into some monster perch like some of those guys did. I don't know.
I feel like they just came up and just...
Yeah, the perch I caught were quite disappointing.
Yeah, it was.
I feel like they were just silly little perch just getting up there flopping.
Then everybody hyped up those pike, and I caught a bigger pike the week after I got home than I did in Sweden.
Yeah, we did not go there at a very good time, unfortunately.
So we already know what Percy is targeting. Those 17 inchers are the toughest fight. I can't wait to hear this story in the recap from 5th place.
Yeah, and here's a great comment from Johnny over on YouTube. One of the he has been sponsored by the show through giveaways that he's won. Johnny Maddox over on YouTube. Will be interesting to see what technique the internationals might bring. So it'd be cool to see somebody really get on them doing something unconventional to what we're used to.
That is an interesting aspect. I'm glad that they brought that up.
Like, speaking from our experience in Sweden, most of those folks were fishing like swim baits or drop shots, that kind of thing. I don't think they're going to have that hard of a time adjusting to the smallmouth bite. Like, smallmouth are super aggressive, especially the ones that haven't been fished for in months and months. So I don't think they're going to have a hard time catching fish. I think landing the fish is probably going to be the biggest challenge for them.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see.
It's always a challenge for me.
We caught a bunch of fish on chatterbaits. Like we caught perch on chatterbaits and pike on chatterbaits. It'd be interesting to see if there's any sort of bait that people bring over to catch smallmouth on the mouth.
Yeah,
different than what we're already throwing.
Something unique, sure. I don't know. I hope it's not chatterbaits.
Like you just said, Jordan, you're gonna get beat by a floating.
I don't think
dice.
I'm even bringing a chatterbait, so I would be very upset if it were a chatterbait.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be heavy on the chatterbait box at all. That's for sure. I do have some new lures though. That's for sure. Some very new things. I'm gonna be kind of anxious to try. I don't know if they're really gonna work, but
this could be comedy right here, Ryan. Smallies, treble hooks, and rookies.
Yeah, watch your feet and hands, man. They'll bury a hook in a heartbeat.
There was an urgent care close to our hotel. I done looked through that on the rules. Recommended urgent care if needed.
By the Canadian hotel.
Yeah.
And up there, it'll be free.
It's like an urban area there. I'm sure you got everything.
Look at me reading rules. AJ's smiling somewhere if he's heard this.
It's the first time you've ever read the rules. That's great, Marshall. I'm glad you know where the urgent care is. Let me know when I get there.
We got an answer from Tim Percy, Ryan. It's called P-meal bacon. P-meal bacon.
P-meal bacon.
That must be theirs.
Yeah, that's what we call Canadian bacon here in the southern part of North America.
That sounds about like what a Canadian would call bacon.
Yeah. Wet cured unsmoked bacon, rolled in cornmeal. P-meal bacon. There you go. The more you know.
I saw a lot of 4 a.m. and 4:30 alarm bells on the itinerary, so I don't know about P-meal bacon and poutine at 4:30 a.m.
Yeah, I ain't gonna make that one, pal.
I don't know. Coffee and a nice pastry or something.
I ate about two pieces of a charcuterie board over there in Sweden. That was about all I knew what it was. I was lucky to get that.
Oh, man. I see this comment you started up, Ryan. Sean over on Facebook. Will you be fishing at Lake or River?
Well,
kind of both.
Can you? Is it how close is it to the mouth of the Detroit?
To the mouth of Detroit, it's probably about 4.5 miles. But St. Clair's a lake, but it's essentially there's so much current going through the entire system. I mean, it's kind of a hybrid.
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay.
It's like a dinner table with two ends. You know, it's kind of crazy. Just like a flat. It's like a flat. It's like a flat 14-foot dinner plate, kind of, in most of it.
Dusty, do you usually go for the poutine at night? Expediter guy wants to know. Which
Expediter guy.
Sorry,
I mean, I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but no, I didn't really know what poutine was. I knew I heard of it. I just didn't have the definition right. The answer is no.
He doesn't want heartburn.
Okay. Yeah. Not at night. Noted.
Still no motors. So no motor, right? This is leg power, rubbing and racing, right?
Brother, I hope it's not. I've been on that little kicker machine here for about 3 months.
I like it. I played that through the website up. There's a little clip. Actually, it looks like Kristine's boxed in the shotgun start on the website.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang back on that one and let y'all just have at it, and I'll just ease on over to the
She'll
side.
Just yell from the back.
Yeah, let them all go forward.
I think that clip is out there somewhere.
Oh, it definitely is. Definitely is. I'm pretty sure it is no motors and no forward-facing sonar.
Yeah,
Really?
No forward-facing sonar, no motors.
Which is fine. We won't need it.
No, and it's like everybody has the same equipment, right? Or there's like standards, right?
Yep.
That's kind of don't know. It's kind of with all the narratives surrounding, elite angling and, a lot of the fishing today, it's kind of an interesting aspect of it.
It's kind of like a throwback to like, the original Bassmaster tournaments where you just pull up and you got your boat and it's already rigged out, and what you get is what you get, and you go after it. I like it.
It's a cool format. I like that too. No, we can't bring in any waypoints from previous tournaments.
Totally.
Can't have anything on our phones. So I love that. It's like a blank kind of everyone's starting.
What kind of boards they giving y'all to use?
Cornhole.
Really?
Yeah.
Octahole?
Kristine well.
Octahole or what? What do we got going over there?
Some mean games of Octahole up there.
For real, is it catch? Do they have something special for this? Do they use that new Yakker board? What are they doing? Do y'all know?
I was at the shop the other day. I may have seen something. I have no idea though. I may have. I don't know.
Spoiler alert.
I don't know. I don't know what I saw out of the corner of my eye. It was just a glimpse. People were running CNC machines. It was noisy.
So last year they had these giant like trough style aluminum boards that the perch would barely even get to the lines on. But I would assume, being smallmouth, we'll probably go to a more conventional board that might be a catch board. I don't know what anyone has seen out of the corner of their eye.
Dusty been seeing some centimeters. You've been seeing centimeter marks fly off.
We do have a metric board, the catch metric, catch scientific.
I mean, ever
board.
since Sweden, I started measuring in centimeters, man. That's how all my tournaments go.
Wow. Megatron says, "Hold on, I thought you couldn't catch upper 90s without forward-facing sonar." So this will put that to bed, right?
Not well. Lake Saint. That's funny because it's like we call that Lake Saint cheat code because it's like everybody would go there in the online tournaments and stuff just to like sit there for 4 hours and get like 95 inches. But on Lake St. Clair, I mean, not to devalue or downplay it at all. It's a tremendous fishery. But like we were saying earlier, it's probably going to take upper 90s all 3 days to have a shot. And that's, of course, without forward-facing sonar. I mean, and besides, I mean, you can have that. You can have 6 of them on there. You might still get outfished by someone, 50 feet from you. That's how that lake goes.
Yeah. I mean, they've been putting up those big bags for a decade that I've been following kayak fishing whenever they go up there. So that didn't even exist. So that's not gonna
and we're on a great side that like Ryan and Kristine were alluding to, that just hasn't seen the pressure yet, and really that doesn't see the pressure of, let's say, the mile roads or the mouth of the river or something like that.
How many centimeters tall are you, Ryan?
7,000. That's a rough estimate. Feel free to measure yourself.
7,000 centimeters tall and bulletproof. That's Lambert right there.
Yeah, he's taller than a Meta pike.
Oh God.
You about got me on that one, pal. Christina, who's going to win this thing?
I'm going to go ahead and say it's going to be someone on USA. I think we've got so many good. I mean, you and Marshall are both smallmouth hammers. Dusty's a smallmouth hammer. I don't know. I honestly have no idea who's on our team, but I just feel like somebody on our team's got a really good shot to do it. I'm not worried about Tim or Rich or those guys. I don't think that. I don't think I gotta worry about them. But it's definitely going to be someone.
Aren't you staying with Rich?
Yeah, I probably shouldn't be talking too much crap.
Do you feel like there's going to be any outside influence or sabotage? Do you think he's going to try to get you to drink too much whiskey with Rich or anything?
Rich always gets me to drink too much whiskey with Rich. We usually have a cigar, and I try to limit it to 1 or 2. But honestly, for Worlds, I get Julie's cooking all week, and Rich's whiskey entertainment. So it's just like old times. I can't wait to get up there.
Mike said you're being humble. You won't mention yourself. Kristine.
I mean, yeah, I said somebody on the team. Honestly, I'm just gonna have a great time that week. I'll obviously fish hard, but I don't.
Absolutely, let's just have a great time.
I don't care if I win it or not. I'm just gonna have a good time that week.
I'm really gonna focus just on the fishing. You guys have a great time. I hope you really enjoy Canada. I'm not participating in any of that. I'm just there to fish. So.
Wait a minute. Happy birthday, Kristine. Is today your birthday?
No. But thank you.
Yeah, that's the Canadian. He's looking at the Canadian calendar.
Alert did not even go off.
Happy birthday. And he also spelled my name right.
Yeah, it's the movie Kristine, the old movie Kristine, maybe.
What's going on here? He's trolling you now.
He is. He is. That's okay. I'm not worried about Tim either.
I'm just glad I don't have to room with Mr. Percy this year.
Really?
Not really.
I think
Me and
he
Tim had a great
probably is
time.
too.
But there was that room in Sweden was smaller than most American bathrooms.
So did y'all secure your lodging, Jordan, Ryan?
We are.
Me and
are
Lambert are
putting
roommates.
our 2 twin beds together, and we're gonna sleep like.
We're gonna have more room for activities when we push our beds together.
Let's do some like stepbrother skits, man. Like let's
You bring your drum kit.
Yeah, me and baby brother are.
No, I'll bring the keyboards and we'll do the Canadian national anthem, but we'll jack it up on purpose.
I sang a bunch of karaoke when we were in Sweden. We'll rock and roll. We'll double down on that.
You did great on that karaoke, by the way. Mike Marvel has named our room CPAPs and champagne.
Everything.
Yeah.
That's great.
Okay. I think it's gonna be fun to watch, man. I think it'll be even more interesting for folks that are used to following this show to watch because they're familiar with what you're catching. Like it's hard to wrap your head around what's a good perch. How are they gonna win this thing? But it's pretty easy to follow. Oh dang. Okay,
I don't know what that means. I don't speak Canadian, but I feel like that's offensive.
Muskets fired.
Muskets fired, eh?
Yeah,
Oh man, yeah.
Boy. All right.
Oh, they're gonna play hide. Okay, Brad. Come on, Brad. It's a family show, man.
That was a joke.
Yeah. Well, hey, we're getting up against the hour. I know that Ryan's down at Disney World. We've had you guys for quite a long time. I just want to say thank y'all for being on the show, talking Team USA, talking Hobie Worlds. What an honor to be on the team. Congrats to all of you. You'll hear the rest of the team tomorrow.
Thank you.
We're looking forward. Hopefully we can have you back on as a winner, one of y'all. And as the winning team, right?
Yes.
As the winning team.
We're winning, period. Sure. Go ahead and wrap it up. It's over with.
Yeah. Do y'all want to hang out while we draw these 3 people for the Lynx deal?
Yeah, I want to see. That's an awesome giveaway. I want to see.
That's an incredible giveaway.
Yeah, that's
check that out, man.
So I love that kayak.
Yeah, for tonight, hashtag HFW Hobie Fishing Worlds we're going to pull 3 names real quick. So we'll give you a minute to throw that hashtag in the comments, and we'll pull 3 tonight, 3 next week, and 3 the following before we pick a winner. So throw that Hobie Fishing Worlds in the comments. We're pulling from
Trash Panda or Real Floater or something. What was it?
Heavy Scat.
Heavy Scat. Nice.
Yeah, we're not going to use that one tonight. Maybe in a future episode.
All right.
But yeah, we got to come up with something for next week. So maybe we'll use it then.
Yeah, just pencil that on your spreadsheet.
Yeah. So what's the rest of summer looking like for you all, just tournament wise, not Hobie Fishing Worlds wise, but after this Worlds, are we still pushing hard on Bassmaster and BOS? What's coming next for all of you? Dusty down at the bottom. What's next for you?
Well, actually, that's funny that you point that out because there's a huge break in the HBOS schedule, and I was actually really looking forward to get back to some fun fishing because it's really been iffy for me this year. It's been like tournaments, a little bit of fun fishing, but not a lot. So after Worlds, I'm going to look to explore a little bit in the Upper Peninsula area, Michigan and Wisconsin, and just do some exploration and relaxation. So pumped about that.
Excellent. Marshall, I know you fish every weekend. Kristine, what's next for you after Worlds?
I will be fishing. I'm going to try. I'll be home for several weeks in July. I'm not going to ICAST, thank goodness, this year. So I'm going to try to take my bass boat and jump in like a local Tuesday nighter on Chick and get some experience doing that. But then I'll be fishing Susky and Saginaw. But yeah, I'm looking forward to our schedule not being, we finally it's like one a month.
Like a little lull. Yeah. It's like a little lull. I like that.
I'm stoked, but I'm happy to be home pretty much most of July. I'm going to try to do a couple local boat tournaments. And, we
got quite a few in the queue here. Go ahead, Jordan. Sorry.
I'm actually going to ICAST for the first time this year.
Let's go.
I ain't never been to ICAST.
Well, let us know your honest review.
Yep, I was going to say.
I've heard lots of mixed things, and mine is going to be as honest as it comes, good, bad, or indifferent. You know what I mean? I don't do a good job of filtering things out most of the time of being PR trained, but it'll be an honest review, I promise.
It's really fun for a year. Yeah, it's really fun for 1 year.
All right, y'all hit that like, share, comment, and all those things. I'm about to draw 3 names right here. And I would like to see a split of who we draw tonight, right? We can't rig it. It's random, but we've got Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook all in the mix. So let's see who gets pulled tonight. Number 1. Who's it going to be? Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Drum roll, please. Dusty, drum roll. You got something handy? Yeah. Jason Oliviera from Facebook is winner number 1. All right.
Way to go, Jason.
Yay.
All right.
So they're entered into like a further drawing, like you said, you spin the wheel or something like that.
Yeah, the final week. Here's number 2 coming up. The final week we'll put 11 names. I'm sorry, for Hobie Fishing Worlds 11.
Let's get Megatron in there.
Yeah, we'd like to get Megatron in there. Can we do it? Bubba Jones.
Ah, man.
We'll
throw it in the air. He'll win a jump ball for sure, man.
Yeah,
he'll come down with that Lynx for sure, man.
All right, two Facebook winners so far. Can we get a different platform? Let's see. One more time. Let's go. All right, Jason. We see you in the comments.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Come on, Cynthia. You gonna win this?
Tyler Pawalka.
Yep.
Pawalka.
You got it, Jason.
Tyler.
Go ahead.
Congrats, Tyler.
Tyler P.
There we go, man. Tyler P.
You had it in you, brother.
So there's our first 3 names in the drawing for the Lynx coming up in a few weeks. So thanks, Hobie and Eco Fishing, for doing that. It's going to be a wild time. Fun giveaway there.
All right. I'm going to go unkidnap my child from the neighbors. And we will see you all next Monday, where we will enter 3 more into the drawing for the Lynx.
Sweet.
There we go. Thanks,
Team
everybody.
USA, I'll see you in Canada. If you see me stopped at the border, please stop and throw a hat at me.
Spare change, anyone?
Hashtag free Ryan.
Border fiasco. You never know.
Yeah.
It's coming.
All right.
You
Good luck, y'all.
never know.
Thanks, guys.
Later.